Hey guys, what's up? It's Emily. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'm really trying to get monetized out here. Help a girl out. Just click that little button and make all my dreams come true. I've been making a lot of book content recently, which I'm very passionate about, so if you like that, please let me know. I also make other lifestyle content and travel content. So without further ado, I'm just gonna go right into this massive book haul I have for the new year. It's a new year, we have new books, and I'm really excited to continue my reading streak this year. My goal is to read a book a week, again, 52 books in the year. Yeah, let's just get right into it. A lot of these books are from Book of the Month, and a few of them are from local independent bookstores as well, so let's just get right into it. Okay, so first I'm gonna open my January box from Book of the Month. I only got one book this month. Okay. Oh! Okay, wait, so I have this book, but then they also sent me this tote because I'm a BFF. This is so cute. Wait, I totally forgot I got this. This is adorable. I love this, and it comes with a little book pocket. I'm obsessed. Okay, cute. This was my January book pick from Book of the Month. It's Queen of Thieves. Book of the Month is a book subscription service, and it's really cool because every month it charges you $17 around for one book. But what's really awesome is that they have this really amazing team of readers that picks out the up-and-coming new books for that month or next month. And so sometimes you get to read books ahead of their commercial release, and it's really cool just to kind of broaden your knowledge on like what's out there and what's about to be released, and just kind of stay in the know with what's up. And then any book that you want to add on each month is about 10 bucks, and they're all hardcover like this, so that's kind of cool. I tend to, honestly, recently I've been doing more Libby Kindle work with my books because I'm trying to go green and save some money. But if you are looking to add to your bookshelf, or if you have an empty bookshelf, I think Book of the Month is a great place to start. And I still do my book every month from them. So yeah, this is my January 23 book. It's called Queen of Thieves by B.Z. Marsh. There can only be one. I really liked the cover image of this. An electrifying historical adventure about a ring of bold and resourceful female thieves in post-World War II London. Give it to me. London, 1946, the city struggles to rebuild itself after the devastation of the Blitz. Alice Diamond, the Queen of Thieves, rules over her all-female gang with a bejeweled fist. Her hoisters are expert shoplifters scourging London's upscale boutiques and department stores, but their lucrative business always carries the threat of violence. Alice has been known to use her heavy rows of diamond rings like brass knuckles. Yes, I'm so excited to read this. I feel like it's just about like badass bougie women, and that's what I'm into, so cool. I'm gonna go into some of my other Book of the Month add-ons that I've had. The first one is The Comeback. It's not too serious of a book, but it's kind of juicy. I'm excited about this, and I really like the cover image as well. A deep dive into the psyche of a young actress raised in spotlight under the influence of a charming, manipulative film director in the moment when she decides his time is up. At the height of her career, and on the eve of her first Golden Globe nomination, teen star Grace Turner disappeared. Now tentatively sober and surprisingly numb, Grace is back in Los Angeles after her year of self-imposed exile. She knows the new private life she wants isn't going to be easy as she tries to be a better person and reconnect with the people she left behind. But when Grace is asked to present a Lifetime Achievement Award to director Abel York, the man who controlled her every move for 8 years, she realizes that she can't run from the secret behind her spectacular crash and burn for much longer, and she's the only one left with nothing to lose. Alternating between past and present, The Comeback tackles power dynamics and the uncertainty of young adulthood, the types of secrets that become part of our sense of self, and the moments when we learn that though there are many ways to get hurt, we can still choose to fight back. So this is cool. It's like, you know, kind of Britney Spears-esque, it feels like. Yeah, I'm excited. It's by Ella Berman. Another Book of the Month, I think this is from November, We have We Are the Light by Matthew Quick. Lucas Goodgame lives in Majestic, Pennsylvania, a quaint suburb that has been torn apart by a recent tragedy. Everyone in Majestic sees Lucas as a hero, everyone that is except Lucas himself. Insisting that his deceased wife Darcy visits him every night in the form of an angel, Lucas spends his time writing letters to his former analyst, Carl. It is only when Eli, an 18-year-old young man whom the community has ostracized, begins camping out in Lucas's backyard that an unlikely alliance takes shape and the two embark on a journey to heal their neighbors and, most important, themselves. For Matthew Quick, the best-selling author of The Silver Linings Playbook. Oh, he wrote the book Silver Linings Playbook, so I feel like this is gonna be good. We Are the Light is an unforgettable novel about the quicksand of grief and the daily miracle of love. The humorous, soul-bearing story of Lucas Goodgame offers an antidote to toxic masculinity and celebrates the healing power of art. In this tale that will stay with you long after the final page is turned, Quick reminds us that guardian angels are all around us, sometimes in the forms we least expect. I'm excited to read this. I think it's gonna be a really emotional read, and it feels like a winter read, so maybe I'll read this in January, even February. We Are the Light. Matthew Quick. Alright, next is a very talked about book from last year called The Maid. I believe it's like a mystery thriller, and it might be up for Book of the Year, I want to say, in Book of the Month. So I'm really excited to read this. A lot of people have read it and talked about it and said really good things. Molly Gray is not like everyone else. She struggles with social skills and misreads the intentions of others. Her Gran used to interpret the world for her, codifying it into simple rules that Molly could live by. Since Gran died a few months ago, 25-year-old Molly has been navigating life's complexities all by herself. No matter, she throws herself with gusto into her work as a hotel maid. Her unique character, along with her obsessive love of cleaning and proper etiquette, makes her an ideal fit for the job. She delights in donning her crisp uniform each morning, stocking her cart with miniature soaps and bottles, and returning guest rooms at the Regency Grand Hotel to a state of perfection. But Molly's ordinary life is upended the day she enters the suite of the infamous and wealthy Charles Black, only to find it in a state of disarray as Mr. Black himself is dead in his bed. Before she knows what's happening, Molly's unusual demeanor has the police targeting her as the lead suspect. She quickly finds herself caught in a web of deception, one she has no idea how to untangle. Fortunately for Molly, friends she never knew she had unite with her in a search for clues to what really happens to Mr. Black. But will they be able to find the real killer before it's too late? So I'm excited for this. It kind of sounds a little bit like, God, what's that Selena Gomez, Steve Martin Short, Only Murders in the Building? It kind of sounds like vaguely like that. And I love a good murder mystery. I love guessing who done it essentially and how they did it along the way, and then like being surprised at the end. So I'm excited for this one. Next is a book that was really, really highly recommended to me called Secret History, another book of the month book. This is a long book, and it's a long book. I've been avoiding reading this. I'm gonna read it this January or February. My mom recommended it to me. One of my really good friends, Taylor, recommended it to me, and so I feel like I just need to dig in. Truly deserving of the accolade modern classic, Donna Tartt's novel is a remarkable achievement, both compelling and elegant, dramatic and playful. Under the influence of their charismatic classics professor, a group of clever, eccentric misfits at an elite New England college discover a way of thinking and living that is a world away from the humdrum existence of their contemporaries. When they go beyond the boundaries of normal morality, they slip gradually from obsession to corruption and betrayal, and at last, inexorably into evil. It's a really generalized summary. I have actually no idea what this is about, but I am really excited to read this. I feel like the soft cover makes it look like it's shorter, so, but I don't know. I think it's gonna move. I hope it's gonna move. Okay, so now moving out of my book of the month books into some soft covers that I got at some local bookstores. First we have The Immortalists, which I'm really excited about. This I think I discovered because I think it was on Kaya Gerber's book club like a long time ago, and I just had it on my list for a while. It's a New York Times bestseller, and I feel like it's like a 2018, yeah. So it's 1969 in New York City's Lower East Side, and the word has spread of the arrival of a mystical woman, a traveling psychic who claims to be able to tell anyone the day they will die. The Gold Children, 4 adolescents on the cusp of self-awareness, seek out to hear their fortunes. The prophecies inform their next 5 decades. Golden Boy Simon escapes to the West Coast, searching of love in the 80s, San Francisco. Dreamy Clara becomes a Las Vegas magician obsessed with blurring reality and fantasy. Eldest son Daniel struggles to maintain security as an army doctor post 9/11, and bookish Varia throws herself into longevity research where she tests the boundary between science and immortality. Hence the title, I suppose. Both a dazzling family love story and a sweeping novel of remarkable ambition and depth, The Immortalist probes the line between destiny and choice, reality and illusion, and this world and the next. It is a deeply moving testament to the power of story, the nature of belief, and the unrelenting pull of familial bonds. So it feels like it has a little of everything. Like we have family, we have like immortality and science, we have the West Coast vibes, we have the East Coast vibes, we have Las Vegas. Excited to read this one. The next book was just made into a movie called The Luckiest Girl Alive. I started watching the movie and then I realized that it was a book, so I stopped watching the movie, got the book, have not read it yet, but it's with Mila Kunis and I am excited to actually watch it. As a teenager at the prestigious Bradley School, Annie Vanelli endured a shocking public humiliation that left her desperate to reinvent herself. Now with a glamorous job, expensive wardrobe, and handsome blue blood fiance, she's this close to living the perfect life that she's worked so hard to achieve. But Annie has a secret. There's something else buried in her past, something painful and private that threatens to bubble to the surface and ruin everything. With a singular voice and twists that you won't see coming, Luckiest Girl Alive introduces a heroine whose cutthroat ambition has protected a scandalous truth and a heart that's much bigger than it appears. The question remains, will breaking her silence destroy all that she has worked for, or will it at long last set Annie free? I love tropes of like having this like strong woman, this like cold, ambitious like archetype, and then seeing why that person is that way. I don't know, I just find that super interesting. I'm excited to read this and then I'm excited to watch the movie. It's a really shiny cover. It could be like a bounce, honestly. I'm bouncing it off of my bounce. Okay. Next, In Pieces by Sally Fields. I used to like exclusively read biographies and then I started getting back into fiction, but I just love reading biographies of actresses that I like and singers that I like and just women like in showbiz that I like. And so this seems like a natural next step in that journey for me. Like, oh my god, look at her. I'm obsessed with her. I saw her in The Glass Menagerie on Broadway and she was so good. I can also like see myself being like her when I'm her age. And so it's cool to like find actors that you can like see your career, like the best version of your career kind of being like, because I don't know, it just gives you inspiration and kind of an idea of like the parts you want to go for and stuff like that. The words are like pretty big in this and there's a lot of pictures, so it's a thicker book, but I feel like it's gonna go by really fast. In this intimate, haunting memoir, an American icon tells her story for the first time, opening up about a challenging and lonely childhood, the craft that had helped her find her voice, and a powerful emotional legacy that shaped her journey as a daughter and a mother. Written with raw honesty and in the fresh, pitch-perfect prose of a natural-born writer, In Pieces is an important and unforgettable account of a life as a woman in the second half of the 20th century. Give it to me. I know some stuff about like her past relationships and like a little bit about like her early family life, and so yeah, I'm excited to read this. I think she's incredible and I'm obsessed with her, so let's go. And then the last two, I decided to start reading some Joan Didion. I've never read any of her stuff and she's like Joan Didion, so I figured I should like change that. So I got two books from her. The first is Let Me Tell You What I Mean, which is, I believe, like a collection of essays, I want to say, from one of our most iconic and influential writers, 12 pieces that offer an illuminating glimpse into the mind and process of a legendary figure. These essays from 1968 to 2000, which have not been gathered together until now, showcase Joan Didion's reporting, her empathetic gaze, and her insights on writing. From her admiration for Hemingway's sentences to her acknowledgement that Martha Stewart's story is one that has historically encouraged women in this country, even as it has threatened men. Wow. These pieces are acutely and brilliantly observed. This timeless collection of Didion's most early writing reveals what would become of her subjects, including the press, politics, California robber barons, women, the act of writing, and her own self-doubt. Each piece is classic Didion, sharp, bemused, and stunning. So yeah, I'm excited to read this. I want to get more into like, I want to read a little bit more essays this year. I want to read a little bit more like nonfiction than I did last year, so I think this is a good starting place. It looked like, I feel like it's one of those books that looks like it's a quick read because it's like smaller pages and the words are a little big, but I have a feeling this is going to be super dense and actually take me longer than most longer novels take me, so I'm excited for this. And then the last one is Play It As It Lays, another Joan Didion. This is, I believe, a narrative fictional novel, a ruthless dissection of American life in the late 19th 1960s, Joan Didion's Play It As It Lays captures the mood of an entire generation, plumbing the emptiness and ennui? That sounds like a word that I'm not smart enough to know. Of a seemingly bankrupt society in spare sentences that scour and disturb. Set in the moral limbos of Hollywood, Las Vegas, and the desert, Play It As It Lays remains more than 40 years after its original publication, a profoundly unsettling novel, riveting in its exploration of a woman and a society in crisis, stunning in the still startling intensity of its prose. So it seems like it's probably relevant to today. We've got a snake on the cover, which is interesting. Yeah, I'm excited to start getting into her stuff, and there's other stuff I want to read about her as well. So yeah, so that concludes today's book haul. I'm so excited to read all of these and post some reading wrap-ups in the future this year. If you have any book content that you suggest, any recommendations, please leave them in the comments below. I am so excited to start making more book content. I feel like people are, like, you guys are really into it. And that makes me really excited because I am the most passionate about making book content out of everything. Well, I'm probably the most passionate about travel content, but that's way more expensive to fund than reading books. So right now, book content works for me. So let me know if there's anything you want to see regarding the book content, and yeah, I will get to these books and tell you what I think about them. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe if you made it all the way to this point, and I hope you have an amazing week, and I'll see you next week. Have a good one. Bye.